be there. You know,
Whole sports all plays. Yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays. Yeah.
what's going on, everyone? And this is the new debut of my newest show, the New Era Podcast. Man, I'm so excited and to be in on. First, I want to thank the ASAP Network for letting me do my show on their network. Something I'm very been appreciative to, and I'm being more appreciative for the people in Cincinnati that need more podcasts out there. So I want to thank all my followers. I want to even thank the guest that's even the backstage for even coming on. He giving me the opportunity to interview and we talk sports. And this is something like I've been excited for a long time though. So let's just get started. So my first guest of my newest show, the New Era Podcast, like he is a JV and a varsity assistant coach at the Summit Country Day. He's the head coach of the Mid-Ohio Pumas of 2026, and they just brought home a championship, I think, over the weekend, man. So yeah. I want y'all to introduce my good guy, my Bengals fan, my Bengals buddy. He's really die hard, Coach Cam. How you doing today, Coach?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. That was a heck of an intro, man, you put together for me. I appreciate it.
Hey, nah, for sure, man. Everybody got to know who we are, man.
No.
How you doing, though, man?
I appreciate it. Happy that you able to bring me on and excited to talk sports.
Yeah, man. So the first thing we go discuss though was the Cincinnati Bengals, the all-season move. Now everybody know that we made it to the Super Bowl, but unfortunately we lost because the offensive line couldn't hold up, and we had a hell of a year though. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah.
Like this journey to the Super Bowl is amazing. I never seen the win in Cincinnati day in my life, and it was just something that just helped me like make this podcast. This is a new era. This is a new era that's happening in Cincinnati. But I want let's discuss their free agency moves first, though. They signed Alex Kappa to a 4-year, 40-year deal. They brought in center/guard Ted Karras, even tackle Lael Collins, and tight end Hayden Hurst. So I want to ask you, though, Coach, what grade would you grade these off these free agent moves that the Bengals did?
Oh man, if I was to grade the Bengals, I'd give them a B+. I thought they did very well in attacking the offensive line with 3 pieces. And I think it was a graphic that showed we got we got 2 starting guards and the tackle for the same price as Teron Armstead. It just goes to show, one person doesn't fix the offensive line. It takes multiple pieces. And I think the Bengals was able to do that and do it in an efficient way where it doesn't just necessarily, break their bank, and they're able to make them, more moves down the line and be able to re-sign some of the guys that's on the roster now. So I give them a B+. I think if we was able to upgrade the number 2 corner in free agency, I would have gave them an A. But very good free agency. Very good free agency. It shows that the Bengals are not satisfied with just that Super Bowl appearance, and they're looking to possibly get back and try to, win the Super Bowl. So it's a good start to the offseason so far.
Yeah, I agree with you. That B+ is right on the mark, though. Although they didn't address the corner position, the D tackle in free agency, though. I love the re-signing with BJ Hill. I think he was proven for that deal. He had two key sacks in the playoffs. That's something that we just excited for. But I agree with you too, though. I think this is definitely a B+ move. The offensive line been terrible the last 5-6 years. That was needed to get fixed. And then they brought in glass eaters. They brought in guys that wanted to be here. And that's a sign that us Cincinnati fans we be wanting for a long time. Some fans though say they're average and stuff, but we don't need the best linemen, the greatest linemen, because we got Joe Burrow. We got an elite quarterback that can make all the throws, make plays, and be calm and unfazed. But these offensive line moves though, Cam, they was to me, I say like an A for real because our line was
Mm-hmm.
stink. They was stinking, man. Like we gave
Yeah.
up 70 sacks. Like what last year? When even when
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow came in, he got sacked at least 30 plus times. Like
Yeah,
he
he's
was
been
getting
sacked
beat up.
102 times, so he
Man,
has
it
to
was
be
a
able to
must, bro.
protect them.
It was a must to get them fixed. Like they had
Yeah.
me, you, my niece, my uncle, my daddy all on the line. Like,
Yeah.
nobody couldn't block. Nobody couldn't block
Yeah,
these guys that we bringing in. They are proven players though. Like they're proven players. One because they
exactly.
played with Tom Brady, like Alex Kappa and Ted Karras. Two, Leo Collins. He's more familiar with Frank Pollock. Like and three, like Hayden Hurst. I believe is an upgrade over C.J. Uzama. More
He is.
faster,
Yeah,
average
he
first
is.
down.
A lot of people think of CJ Uzomah, and they love his personality. They love his locker room presence. But to be honest, if you look at the production over the 7 years he's been here,
Yeah,
he just barely cracked over 1,500 yards, and we consider 450 plus yards as a breakout season. So I think Hayden Hurst will give us similar, if not better, production than CJ Uzomah. So yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from with the A. I just really wanted to upgrade the corner spot because I thought it was
yeah,
some players out there like Casey Hayward or something like that, um, where we could have upgraded. But I think we're definitely in the right spot
yeah.
to continue to build and keep growing.
Yeah, I think we're in the right direction too, though, Coach, man, because the offensive line was, it was like there was no hiding that. The offensive line was trash. Like
Uh,
even when we drafted Joe Burrow, like we thought like, okay, second round, third round pick, we're going to get an offensive line guy. We're going to
nope.
get one of the best, but we didn't. And
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes that did quite you question like the office, like, what are you guys trying to do? Like
Mm-hmm.
are you guys trying to attract like star players in free agency to come here, which they did? But at the time when he was a rookie, you would have thought like, okay, you draft your first round guy, you build around him with linemen. Shoot, first 3 rounds, you would have definitely have thought like, yeah, we about to go all line in this draft, but they didn't though. But we stuck with him though, because us Bengals fans, that's who we are though.
Yeah.
But I'm happy, I'm happy because they in a new direction. They're going, and it's a new day. It's a new era in Cincinnati, man. I just think we just have to embrace it. This is brand new to us. We're in the winning bracket now, and I think we need to keep that going and stay consistent, man. Because the last 30 years we was inconsistent, man.
Yeah, couldn't win a playoff game. But it really, this year you just got to show, you win a couple playoff games, you get close to, winning a championship, and now your whole narrative about your franchise changes. So it just shows what winning can do.
Yeah,
It brings people, to your team, make people want to play at a discounted rate, and so we'll see. As long as we keep winning, we'll see more guys want to come to Cincinnati, and hopefully we can bring a championship home within a few
yeah.
years.
Like I wouldn't be mad if we brought in like a tier 3 corner, like Steven Nelson, like
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
I can
like
see that.
someone that can be on the outside. Because everybody keeps saying they sick of Eli Apple, but I think
I
Eli
like
Apple,
Eli Apple.
I like him
I
too,
like
man.
I like Eli.
People don't give him his respect. Like people don't realize, like he was one of the reasons why we made it to the AFC Championship game. He
Right.
he was one of the reasons why we made it to the Super Bowl. He stopped Tyreek Hill, and they whole momentum just shifted. Like
Yeah.
people always calling out the bad things. It's over the good things. Like everybody make mistakes. Everybody does, but not everyone to make good plays. And he made good plays. He
Yes,
just
he
that
did.
cousin. Like if you hooping with your cousin, like, hey, all right, cuz you on fire. The other week he trash. All right, cuz you got to be consistent. That's the only thing about him. He has to be consistent, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that 110%. But corner. If you're not a top tier corner, it's like everybody mixed in together. You go make your plays, and sometimes you're gonna get burned. That's just life in the NFL, especially with the new rules. So Eli
Yeah.
Apple ain't bad. He ain't solid corner.
So as we move towards like we still can sign people. Yeah, we ain't figuring that out. But if we looking towards the draft though, like we got the first round pick. I can't believe we picking from 31. I never
Yeah,
thought we'd pick from 31.
yeah. I know
Like
it's different.
if you in the war room right now, which position are you valuing the most? The cornerback or the defensive tackle or even another O line? Like what you think, coach?
It's hard for me. I'm always the best player available guy. That's why I always wanted, like when people was like, Jamar Chase for Penny School. I was like, you get Jamar Chase, you get the best player available, and you worry about the rest later. and getting Jamar Chase actually, even helped the offensive line, even as bad as it was, just because he was
Yeah,
able to get open fast. So, you know, I'm best player available. Now, if that best player available is Tyler Lindenbaum, you go get him. You can slide Karras to guard. And now you're talking about a complete five where you got Jonah, Karras, Lindenbaum, Kappa, and Collins. Now, that's pretty solid on the line. And I also like Khalil Elam or Andrew Booth,
yeah,
one of those
yeah,
corners, if they're available. And then you can look, as far as D tackle in the end of the first or second round, where
yeah,
there's maybe a Travis Jones or Perryon Winfrey's been thrown around. So there's a couple names out there that I would like to see in Bengal stripes, but if there's a person out there I really like, it'll be Leonard Baum or Khalil Elam.
yeah. I agree with you though. I don't know. Like, I feel like we already since we dressed the line in free agency for the first time in a long time. I think like it's either best player available or I'll take a corner, an outside corner, man. Like you said, Kyer Elam and Andrew Booth, like those guys that's on the rate that should be on the radar. One because they had like Booth has familiar with T Higgins and Jackson Carmen with those guys because he played with those guys and they from the same alumni. And I think like since we need an outside guy, we need a guy outside of Awuzie. I think we missed out on the Stephon Gilmore sweepstake. I
Yeah,
wasn't. Yeah, I think we missed out on that, and I don't think they're looking around in the free agency to get an outside corner. So I'll just say, hey, just draft one. If you draft one, you can deal with that problem for like the next 3 or 4 years.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
yeah, so I think we should go corner or maybe defensive tackle though, because you can't never go wrong with a lot of linemen on the line. Like defensive tackle, we gonna need depth though. And if a guy like Jordan Davis is there though, I'm like, hey,
Ooh, now he's somewhat, but you know what? There's always a handful of full of players that you
yeah,
never expect to slide that end up sliding. So the draft is so
yeah,
funny. So you never know. I mean, you can have someone like that slide or anything like that.
yeah,
So yeah, so the draft is so unpredictable, but I'm excited for it. It's different territory for us. We got to wait all night for us to pick. Um,
man,
but I wouldn't trade it for anything. So it's definitely
man.
cool.
If Jordan Davis is available, man, hey, go get him, man. We'll figure out some corner stuff in
Yeah,
the next
yeah,
round.
we have to pick up the phone and definitely
Man. But
call him.
something tell me like, man, he might be gone by the first round, man, because he's like what he brings to the table.
He'll probably be going top 15.
Yeah, I remember everybody was, people in the Who Dey Nation group. Shout out to the Who Dey Nation group. They be like, if we could get Sauce, man, we could trade him. Hey, people not understanding. This dude is a top 5 pick.
Yeah, he
Like,
might go 4 or 5.
yeah,
No
yeah,
lower than 5.
man. If we just imagine we had that guy on our team, bro, boy, that defense would be real scary, man.
Yeah, it would be definitely.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to speak on though, like Jesse Bates signed his franchise tag, and they got until July 15th to negotiate a long term deal. Do you believe he's gonna get a long term deal before the 15th, or are you gonna play on that tag? Mm-hmm.
I don't think Jesse Bates gets a deal before the 15.
Whoa, for real?
Um, Not saying that I don't want it to happen. I do want it to happen. And I just don't see it getting done.
I
Bengals
feel you.
do things a certain way. Not to necessarily say it's a bad thing, but they do
Yeah,
things a certain way. They don't pay certain positions like top five money. Like, so they're not gonna go out and pay safeties top five money. They don't
right.
pay guards top five money. They will pay quarterbacks, receivers, tackles. They will pay those, but and corners. But outside of that, uh, it's going to be hard. And Jesse Bates' agent, he wants the top dollar. He wants to make sure that Jesse Bates is one of the highest paid safeties. Let's not get it twisted. And arguably, he deserves it. So it's going to be
Right.
interesting to see. Do the Bengals change? Do they meet the guaranteed money? Or do they kind of say, you know what, we gonna franchise you? And what's crazy, you can franchise a player for 2 years, even though it sucks. But you can. Do we
Yeah.
franchise Jesse Bates for a few years so we're able to pay Burrow, Higgins, Chase coming up? So it's gonna be interesting how they handle that. And that's one thing about having a good team. You can't pay everybody. So we have to figure out what's the priority.
Man.
We'll figure out real soon.
Yeah, man. But it's just like you want to pay everybody because everything is working right now. But some people, people in the NFL where they feel like their value is who they are, and I don't like I don't tell
Well,
nobody like,
you
hey,
gotta look at it
don't
though.
go.
Look at Tyreek Hill. He's like, look,
Yeah,
I want my money. Like, I love it here, but I want my money. And the
and
Chiefs
Chiefs
like,
like,
we don't have none, so they gotta trade
right,
you.
right. They basically
Right,
like, hey,
because they
we
done
can't pay
paid
you,
Mahomes, they done paid Chris Jones, they done
man.
paid all these players.
Yeah.
So now they cash strapped.
Now, I will say though, I like when it's time to pay Burrow, I don't want to pay him like overspend on him though because I want to
There's
make sure.
no such thing as overspending on Burrow.
Yeah, but some people think it is like if you paying a guy 40 million a year, like he's eating up majority of that cap space,
He
and
is. He
yeah,
is. He
and I
is.
don't want him to eat up all the cap space though. Coach.
Unless he gonna pull a Tom Brady and say, I can let me structure my deal this way so we can have some wiggle room to make the team better. But Joe Burrow, there's no when you haven't got a quarterback like that, there's no such thing as overspending because he gives you a chance to win every ball game.
I
So
agree.
you have to pay what he's worth. Joe Burrow's going to get close to 250, almost $300 million guaranteed. That's just where it's going, and
I agree, Coach.
and he'll deserve it.
Man, because he's just one of those guys. Like, man, he can win you ball games. Like, he can make any throw, and he's unfazed from the fans. Like, that's not even bothering him. So yeah, I would give him that money. Like, hey, but if he can settle for like 30, $35 million a year, you're not eating up all the cap though, but you're getting some of the cap.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm just saying you only get like a couple times to really, really break the
Hey,
bank. So
if if I see my buddies making like $40 million and they're progressing, me degressing and stuff, but I'm making less than them and we progressing, I probably will settle for less because I'm thinking team first and I'm thinking like, hey, I'm already set up. I'm already set up to be for good for life. That's just from us. If I'm getting 25 a year, man, I'm chilling. Oh yeah, go get what y'all want. Go get
that's easy for you to say. It's easy for you to
yeah,
say. I'll take 25 million. I will too. But when your contemporary next to you, you feel like you better than someone. They making 40 million and you making 25, and
yeah,
I'm going to the Super Bowl and this person going 8-8, barely making it. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I won't want to get paid. That's not even being selfish. It's just I'm putting my body on the line, game in and game out. I'm one of the best at my position in a business in a corporation that makes billions of dollars.
yeah.
I want to get paid. That's just how it works.
It does how it work though. And then we got the new TV deals coming out soon, so he's going to get some money. He's going to get some money though.
Yeah,
So he ain't
cap will
going.
go up some
Yeah,
more. So you definitely.
man. As long as he don't be asking for like 70 million a year or some stuff like that, like, hey, we're good though.
Yeah,
But
we'll be all right. We'll be
yeah,
all right.
I think he's gonna be smooth, man. I think he's gonna be all right. Hey, so let's move on to the next one though. So, you a big college basketball guy. It's the
Yeah.
final. It's the final four.
Yeah.
Final four man basketball. And I ain't gonna lie though, Kim. Like I've been watching March Madness, and it's been some crazy stuff. To
Yeah.
me, I thought Kentucky was gonna at least make it to the Elite Eight. I thought about it though, but because they
Yeah.
looked good though. But then I read your post. You said these teams that got all these transfers are making a difference, and
Mm-hmm.
they are. Like we seen Saint Peter's knocked them out. They knocked off. I forgot the other team they knocked off. I know they knocked off Kentucky.
Yeah, you're not going to Kentucky. You're not off Purdue. So
Yeah, Purdue. They had a 7'4" center. Like I don't know. I don't know who the guy was guarding. I don't know if he was like 6'5", 6'6", man. Like they just like March Madness is crazy. Anybody can lose, man.
yep.
Anybody can lose though. But Coach, I want to ask you this though. You see, this is Coach K last run, and he's playing against a rival. He played him a fourth time in this season already. Like we go break down North Carolina and Duke first though, because Coach K, this is his last run, and believe it or not, it can end on Saturday.
Yeah.
Like tell me about your expectations in that game. The intense in that game gonna be.
This is gonna be a good game. This is a they done played over 1,000 times. And never played in the tournament. That's the ironic thing. So now their first time they meet up in the tournament is in a Final Four scenario, which, and it's Coach K's last year.
Right.
This is going to be very, very, very interesting here. This is going to be a very interesting battle. Obviously, Duke will have a little bit revenge on their mind after UNC did beat Coach K and Duke in
Right.
this last game at home. So there'll be a little motivation there. UNC is playing very, very well under Hubert Davis, by the
Yeah.
way, and I want to give him a huge shout out because when Hubert Davis got hired at North Carolina, people wanted to crucify him, people wanted him fired before he even coached the game.
Yeah. I
So
seen the
I'm very
comments.
happy that he made it to the Final Four and showed that he belonged and showed that he could lead that program.
Shut the haters
Um, but I feel like it's set up for Coach K to win this. It just seems like everything is going Duke's way. Um, and if you look, if they get past UNC, they'll maybe have Kansas or Nova. Nova lost a player. Um, I just think this time, this go round, Duke will win. However, it's going to be tough because I don't think they have Williams, but I don't think they have enough bodies to throw at Baycott, the big man from UNC. He's been playing well. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good game. I think it'll be a high scoring game, but I think Duke will find a way to pull it out.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I've been watching, keeping an eye on Duke though, because I'm a big fan of that Paulo Banchero guy.
Yeah,
Like, I think he's one of the most NBA ready guys in college right now.
yeah, he's solid.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take your word when you say solid though, because you probably know more than what I know about him though. So
No, 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 no. He's a very, very good player. I think he'll be the number one pick in the draft
it
when
was
it's all
between him
said
or
and done.
Chet. Or Chet.
It's either him or Chet, either one of the two.
Yeah, but Banchero though, man, the way he impacts the game, bro, you be like, man, this guy's really NBA ready, bro. Like he can ball out. He got the body frame. He got the
Yep.
skill move that he can get better with.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think NBA teams go fall in love with the fact like his size and ability to go back and forth on the court. Like so
Yep.
that's just gonna be good though. And this is gonna be like a game for him. Like this is Coach K possibly last game. Like you got to give it your all against
Yeah.
your rival that you've been fighting for centuries. Like, and big
Absolutely.
shout out to Hubert Davis though, because I seen the comments what they said about him. He don't know what he's doing down there in Chapel Hill. He ain't built for this. Like, how you go tell this man he ain't built for this? And he been there for a long time. Like
Mm-hmm. When waiting his turn. And what's so ironic is they wanted current UC's coach Wes Miller to take the job. That's
yeah,
who they wanted. So it's ironic. So I root for Hubert. So hopefully UNC don't come running
yeah,
for UC's head coach. Because I do feel like he'll turn around eventually. So keep winning, Hubert. So
yeah,
and making sure they don't call ours. But this is gonna be an interesting game. It's gonna be a good game. I think, like I said, it's gonna be high scoring. Um, look for the matchup of Caleb Love versus Roach for at the point guard spot. I
okay,
think
yeah.
that's gonna be a big, big matchup, and whoever can win that battle can possibly win the
So,
game.
so the keys to this matchup is guard play basically.
Tournament is about guard play in college basketball. You don't have good guard play. You have shoddy point guard play. You're not going far. It's where the game slow down, half court sets. You got to be able to execute. And if you don't have the guard play, you won't succeed.
Yeah, I agree with you though, Cole. So who you got winning this matchup though?
I gotta do.
You got them close or you got them by a blowout?
Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be a one possession game, or maybe a two possession game where you got a foul late or something like that. But it's
Yeah,
gonna come down to somebody having to make a big shot.
somebody.
And I think Duke pull it out, man. I can't see Coach K, losing back-to-back games to UNC to
Yeah.
end his career. I can't see it.
Hey, the best thing I love about college basketball, when a team like say they up like 4, a team hit a 3 or 2, that team calling a timeout. Like they trying to figure out how they gonna steal the ball, how they
Yep.
gonna is you gonna foul them, give them the shots. Like it gets their minds thinking. Like, and I'll be like, man, like that right there, what makes college basketball for real, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
college basketball is definitely it's different. It's fun. The energy is
yeah,
different, but I love watching college basketball. They get it all.
for sure. I love following you. You know, when you talk about your UC and all that, even though they be giving you a heart attack, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, this year was rough. This year was rough for my
Oh man,
Bearcats. Rebuild stage. Give them a couple years, they'll be all right.
yeah, the guy from the NKU coach, I forgot it.
John Brandon, yeah, he did his bad.
Get him out. Get him out of there. Look, I'm gonna tell you a quick story before I go to the next thing. So I used to work at NKU, and I seen him in the gym. He just working out. I'm like, "What's up, coach?" He just give me this look like, coach, I'm just a worker, man. Like he wasn't like spoken more like outspoken and all that though. He was more to himself the way at the time it was though. But I'm kind of happy he is out of there, and they in a rebuild mode, so they should be good in the years upcoming. Definitely. All right. So when we transition to the next one, though, we got the number 2 Villanova and number 1 Kansas. Now I ain't gonna lie, Cam. I think this game right here is gonna this gonna decide like, hey, who the big dog out of this one though. So I want to ask you like, give me your key points to this matchup right here. This is another dog fight as well. It was Villanova and Kansas.
I'm sorry, I can't hear. I can't hear anything here. Hold
Can
on,
you hear
I'm
me?
sorry. I do apologize.
Nah, you good. You good.
Just a second.
Yeah. This Villanova matchup in Kansas, I think this is gonna be like down to the finish though, because these are two top teams that competes with each other, play at the highest level, and they got championship aspirations though. Like Bill Self is a great coach, man. Is a great coach, and Jay Ryan as well though. So these two great legendary coaches that's gonna go up against each other, and we go see who's gonna battle it out though. But if I had to pick though, I have to give you my decision though. I'm probably gonna roll with Villanova because I think Villanova, they're more experienced, they're more flexible, and I think they got it. Oh, they go. There you go, coach.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I was trying to read your lips. My voice, my sound went out real quick.
Yeah, you all good.
And you was talking about Villanova and Kansas. Um, apparently, there I figured you was talking about Villanova and Kansas.
Yep.
I love Villanova, and I probably would have picked them if Justin Moore didn't go down with Achilles. They play great defense, but sometimes they struggle to score points. And losing a starter like that in this magnitude of a game this late in the season,
Yeah.
it's hard to recover from that. Kansas got a lot of weapons, a lot of pieces they could throw at you to score the ball. I don't underestimate Jay Wright. He's one of my favorite coaches currently, whether it's pro or college. Nobody's smoother, but I gotta go Kansas on this one. Just too much, especially without Justin Moore. You look at Abaji, Christian Braun, McCormack, Remy Martin, all those guys. I just think they're going to be a little bit too much for Villanova. And I love Colin Gillespie, but I just think that injury really, really hurts him.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a good matchup though, Kim. Man, like where I look at Villanova, I look at the tough competitiveness that they bring to it, and
Yeah.
like you said, Coach Jay Wright, man, this is a legend coach right here, man. Like
Yeah.
he knows his basketball, so he's gonna figure it out, like how they gonna get past Kansas though. But Kansas, like you said, these guys been tough for like what decades now, man. Like
Yeah,
Coach
you talk about almost 30, 40 years.
man, that's a level of consistency that this Kansas team got. Like when I look at this team, I'm like, man, they one of the real deals. They brought out players as an NBA, like such as Joel Embiid, and I like Devontae Graham too for the Pelicans too, though. He showed out too. So they got that culture of making players putting players in be in position to be successful though. But this matchup right here though, if I had to pick though, I think I'm picking Villanova, man. I got Villanova because some way Coach Jay Wright is gonna write up a play, and they just gonna execute. They gonna take what the defense gives them, and I think they're gonna be ready. They always built for these moments. And for Kansas, though, I seen them went down in some big moments too, though. So,
Yeah, they definitely have.
so that's why I'm picking. I'm picking Villanova, man. I think the Nova might they headed back to the national championship against Duke, man.
Hey, I wouldn't be shocked. Like I said, I don't underestimate Jay Wright. I just think the injury's too big for them to overcome in a game like this for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, we gonna stick to this basketball topic too, though, Cam, because I want to talk to you about the NBA too. The NBA
Mm-hmm.
been going on. We seen the last 7 to 8 games in the NBA season. Play-ins, they got to get set. You know, we seen the Celtics. They was number one for like what exactly like what? Oh, like a 1 or 2 days, and they
Yeah,
lost last night. Now they back at the fourth spot.
yeah.
Everybody's like one game behind. Like, I want to ask you this though: who is your dark horse team in the Eastern Conference? I'm gonna start out in the East. Dark horse
Dark
team,
horse team.
like the team that's gonna sneak through and just deliver, man.
Sleep. I mean, the East is hard to have a sleeper team because everybody just
Everybody is good.
kind of jumbled up at the top as far as 1 through 5 or 6. But um, dark horse team. I mean, you still have to. If you want to talk about dark horse team, you still got to look at the Brooklyn Nets. I
Yeah,
mean, I know everybody's still like Brooklyn Nets, but I mean, right now they're eighth. Like
yeah. They the eighth spot right
they're the
now.
eighth seed, so they have to, make sure they get win their playing game so they can advance. And then what? How interesting is that? Celtics versus Nets first round.
Yeah,
Somebody potentially Heat versus Nets first round potentially. We could potentially have a Bucks versus Nets first round.
I don't want to play the Nets.
Somebody's going home early.
I don't want to play the Nets if I'm the Bucks, man. I don't want to play against KD in the first
Look, I
matchup.
see this comment here. Toronto Raptors not going anywhere.
Oh man, Nate, you bringing up Toronto? You know
Now,
what's
now,
crazy?
one thing about Nate, sometimes you be like, what, and then sometimes it comes to fruition.
Yeah,
But this is that the Raptors are done. Not that
yeah.
they'll go out in the first round.
I I think they could be a play-in team, for real. If you think about it, they like a 1 game ahead of the Cavs. So
They're
it's
1 game ahead of the Cavs.
yeah. So I think they definitely need to slow their roll now. And slow their roll now. But do you trust like James Harden and Joel Embiid in the playoffs though?
No.
These two guys like that didn't have good success in the playoff run. Like, do you think they can make a Eastern Conference Finals?
Um, they got to show me.
Yeah, I think they can make a run for
They
real.
got they got they got to show me. Just because they've shown me time and time again that they will come up short.
Right.
Uh, whether I understand, Ben Simmons, was there before, but the Sixers just came up short. James Harden in Game Sevens have
Yeah.
came up short. Um, I can't put my faith in them. I like the Bucks. Like Kingston here said, I like the Bucks. Um,
Bucks will be dangerous if they're healthy, Kingston. I agree.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. I like the Bucks. I like the Heat. I like the Celtics the way they playing right now. There's
Yeah.
several teams I just like above them right now. And like I said, I still think Brooklyn would be scary, man. Especially Kyrie now can play home games.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be scary. I'm telling you, it depends on that 1 seed. I don't think nobody won it. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Somebody don't want it, man. Sorry to bust your bubble, man. I don't believe in the Heat that much though. Like,
They blue collar, hard work, type of team. They got a lot of weapons. They got a lot of guys that's been there, done that. I
but how?
still, I,
But
I got more faith in them than the Sixers.
how would you and like you got to put Oladipo back in the lineup? You ask yourself who minutes he take away, how you fit him back in. Hell, is he even a starter?
Nah,
Almost.
he not a star. He shouldn't be. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have him as a starter. I would have him coming off the bench.
Yeah, like coming off the bench off of like a major injury, like yeah, that's the right thing to do. But it's like for Miami though, they got a good little team though. I like Tyler Hero, Bam, Jimmy, like Kyle Lowry. Lowry is like I believe their key player in the playoffs. Like
Yeah,
man, like if he's not showing up in the playoffs, this Heat team might be done.
that I'll give you that. How Lowry's going to be a very important
Yeah,
piece to them moving forward.
because to go back to what you're saying, like the guard play in the NBA, it gets intense. Like it's a lot of guards in the East though that's go put in the work though. But this Heat team though, and they got me on my edge though. But Philly though, only I'm giving Philly I believe they can make it though, because you can't count out like the front runner Joel Embiid. If he's balling out and they're winning, like you gotta keep that going though. And I know Harden, he be wanting his shots though, but he gotta make the right shots, man.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
right shots.
I agree with that. I agree with that, but we'll see. I mean, it's been
Yeah,
year what 14, 15, he ain't did it yet, so
yeah.
we'll
So let's
see.
transition to the West now though. You got any dark horse teams in the West though?
I'm gonna go
Please don't say
bias.
Lakers, man.
No, the Lakers are done. Lakers are done, man.
Man,
They're
they're
done.
done,
They
man.
might not even make
I
the
don't
play
even.
in.
I don't even think the Lakers are going to get a play-in because of the schedule that they have left.
That's
Man,
what I
Lakers.
said. That's what I said. I don't think they make it to the play in. I don't think. I agree with Nate. I don't think they make it to the play in game. But dark horse, I'm gonna say my Dallas Mavericks.
I
Uh,
forgot, man. Your boy Luca, he's definitely
yeah,
been
I
balling,
think
man.
I just hate that he don't play with another top 50 player in the NBA.
Yeah,
Like he because in playoff time you need a little help. Like I know Luka gonna get his 30, 10, and 10, whatever he gotta get. But now I guess it's gonna be up to Dinwiddie, Tim Hardaway Jr. when he gets back. On those guys to really make shots, Jalen Brunson and things like that. So, but I think we've been playing well. Been one of the best teams in the NBA since January 1st. So we'll see.
yeah. I think
We'll see. Jason Kidd got us actually playing defense now. So we'll
I looked
see.
up a stat. I looked up the stat, man. Luka Doncic is number one in defensive ratings out of amongst all guards. I'm like,
Right.
Luka, man. Hey, Luka. Hey, he's sitting down. He taking them, he getting the ball out of their hands. So like, Jason Kidd is doing something right. But that Mavs team, though, I think they're really good. Spencer Dinwiddie is what Luka really needed, though. When
Yeah.
Luka's off the bench, he's scoring the basket, he's facilitating. He's just another person out there that can be ball dominant and or score. Like I think he's a good compliment for him though. So that was kind of like an underrated move though. And I was discussing with some people of mine. They was telling me like he pulled a James Harden. Remember when James Harden got traded from Houston to Brooklyn? He
Yeah.
pulled a James Harden. Like he balled out. He like, man, I ain't about to be here, man. I don't want to be here. And then they traded him though. Like, so I think he fits well though. And if Luka though, man, he always showing up to the highest though. I just felt like it's the people behind him. Like, can they show up with him? Can Spencer, if Luka's dropping almost a triple double, then with it, can you give me 25 at least? Like, help me. Like, help
Right.
me. They trying to get a playoff win. They trying to get playoff series win. Like, and I believe they can though. I believe they can if everything, all the pieces come together though. And I was telling everybody this, man. They the only team in the league that probably don't got no center. They play small ball all through the game, man.
Yep.
Like they be throwing people off. Like, hey, who is they center? Well, we don't
Yep.
know, bro. Just defend somebody, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's the vibes they give me. Like, hey, we ain't got no big man. Hey, our big man like 6'8", but he can shoot the ball. He can drive to the basket. But hey, you ain't got to worry about him. You ain't got to worry about battling somebody though.
Right. Right.
It's
Exactly.
gonna be it's gonna be crazy though, because if the Lakers do not make the play-in games, man, at least the play-in game, people gonna try to tarnish LeBron James. Like, how you supposed to be this greatest player, but you can't lead us in that though. But Lakers, man, they've been beat up. I say it's the Westbrook phase and street clothes. AD, he hasn't shown up, and LeBron's doing everything he can though, and he can't do it no more. He can't lead them. Like, he needs help. Simple as that.
Yeah. He need help. But you can't say, hey, we bringing Westbrook in. We having dinner together. We're talking about pushing our egos to the side. Okay, that's fine. You said all this, preseason prior to playing games, but when the game started, you wanted Russell Westbrook still to do something that he's not. That's not his strength. He's not,
Right.
a player that a catch and shoot player. He needs the ball in his hand. So
Mm-hmm.
you said you was gonna, put your egos to the side. I don't think that happened. I think so. A lot of people blame. I'm not a big Russ fan at all, but a lot of people say Russell Westbrook, Russell Westbrook, Russell Westbrook. I think everybody deserves blame in it. I think the
Yeah.
Lakers deserve blame for bringing him in. They know that wasn't a good fit. I think they just got thirsty for star power, and it just didn't. It just didn't work.
Yeah. To me though, to me personally, I wouldn't even mind if Westbrook was being the ball dominant guy, like bringing the ball up court, setting the plays though, because that's what he did though. That's what he did. OKC, Houston, in Washington, he set his teams up. He set his teams up, and for Bron, I thought Bron would have took a lesser role. Like don't bring the ball up court. You don't have to bring the ball up court all the time. Like just go set up for to be a power forward, small forward. Like that take pressure off of you, and that get the defense going, thinking like, hey, why LeBron not bringing this ball up? Hold on,
Right.
this guy setting up to get trying to post me up or something like. So you got they had options though, but like you said, it's a big ego problem over there in LA, man.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony Davis be on the move, man. Probably not from this year though, but
Yeah, probably not. This is gonna be hard for the Lakers to get true value out of Anthony Davis this year because he ain't play. So it's gonna be very important, not to really give him up for nothing. So it's gonna be interesting. But Lakers gotta do something different. I'm gonna be honest. Like he probably got a no trade clause. I'm not sure. So I would trade LeBron.
yeah, you said Trey LeBron.
I would trade LeBron. Yes.
Oh my God, Trey LeBron.
I would trade LeBron James, get as much as I can for him, because somebody gonna give me everything for LeBron James, and I'm gonna take it.
He
So
said
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
trade LeBron
trade.
James at this point.
Hey, we done with this topic though, but that's a topic we have to come back to, man, when we discuss it though. But I know we about to finish up though. But I want to ask you this though. We got one more topic as we transition to the NFL. So we just heard the overtime rules has been changed. Like so,
Yeah,
in the postseason, every team get a possession, and whoever scored, the other team get a possession. But if the kickoff team basically get a safety on the return team on their possession, they wins the game. Do you agree with these? Do you agree with these little things?
no, I don't agree with none of it. I think sports is getting real soft. Um, Defense is part of the game. I understand the Buffalo, Kansas City thing, and Buffalo wanted a chance to touch the ball. Well, guess what? If you wanted Josh Allen to touch the ball, you should have got a stop or at least held them to three. Like that's not they're not saying a three will win you the game. At least if you can hold them to three, your offense get a chance. I just think it's ridiculous. Defense is a part of is part of football, and it's shown that nothing was wrong with the overtime rules. I believe we did get an interception off Patrick Mahomes in his first
Yeah,
drive on overtime to be able to get our possession to win the football game. To me, that felt more gratifying watching my team actually stop Patrick Mahomes and come down and score the three to get the you got to stop and you got the points to win. I don't understand changing the rules. That's just some soft stuff. It's almost some you got a turn. Why can't I get a
Bills
turn?
Bills fans
That's
been
how it
crying
comes
about
out
it.
to me. That's how it sounds to me. It sounds like a little
Bills fan
kid.
been
Like I didn't
whining
get
about
my
it, like
turn.
wham. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
what I'm saying. It just sounds like a little kid. I didn't get my turn. So I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna just say this though before you head out. Like, I like the rules though because sometimes in college, being the NFL though, Cam though, it gets crazy though. And but I get what you're saying though. If your defense is good enough to stop them, stop them. But
But it ain't about being good enough. It's the game. It's the
yeah,
football game. Like it's your roster. Like if you didn't win it in four quarters, okay. Now we go into the coin toss. All right, we lost the coin toss. I have to get a stop. Like, I have to get a stop.
Right.
I cannot allow this team to get a touchdown. Even 3 will get my offense back out there. Now, if you let a team go on a 10-play drive for 75 yards and get a TD in overtime, you deserve to lose.
Yeah, I agree with you right there, man, because I didn't like the fact that when the Chiefs won the coin toss, dude was like celebrating, like, let's go. I'm like,
they done already won the game. Like,
yeah,
come on,
like,
man.
Like, what? Like, oh, yeah, y'all definitely about to lose, man.
Exactly.
Hey, nah, man, Cam, I really appreciate you coming on the show, man. You know, this is a debut. This is season 1, episode 1 of the New Era podcast, and I really appreciate you coming on, man. And I hope you come back on again, man, so we can keep talking some more sports for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it, and definitely good luck to your podcast, man.
Man, thank you, brother, man. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, you can leave the studio. You got it.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Nah, you can leave it.
All right.
All right. Hey, have a good one, man. So everybody that's tuning into my show, man, this is the New Era podcast, and this is a Cincinnati very own podcast, though. I wish everybody, if y'all can follow me, share, tweet, whatever, man, like to keep this podcast growing. This is y'all podcast for the Cincinnati sports people. Like, if you need information, you want to look up information, come on the New Era podcast website, social media platform. We go give you what you want, though. This is a new era that's happening in the city of Cincinnati. The Bengals already changed it, and now the Purcell Marion women, the girls basketball team, and the Taft Senators. First of all, I want to give them a big shout out. Big shout out to the Purcell's girl basketball team for winning the Division III state championship game. Big shout out to y'all. Y'all deserve it. We are cities of champions that we are accruing to. And I want to give another shout out to for Taft Senators to win in the 2022 state division championship game. Like, the city of Cincinnati is growing. They need winners, and winners need to step up. So them two schools right there are setting the tone that anything is possible if you put your mind into it, though. But make sure y'all follow the New Era podcast, man, on all sites, man. I'm gonna be here all day, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 4, man. Make sure y'all stay locked in.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.